My Beetle glasses. It's all you. That's fine.
Hold on, wait, y'all. Um, what's up? What's up, Facebook? We hold on. Rotate. Can I get a rotating screen? See, am I live? I'm live. We're gonna wait for a few people to come in one time. We're gonna wait for a few people to come in one time. What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Yeah, go ahead. Y'all good. Y'all good. What's up? What's up? I'm trying to get it on the. Okay, what's up? What's happening? While we sitting sideways, hold on. Let me try to juke y'all up. Fat face head, boy.
Big water head, motherfucker.
Hold on.
Big jug head, motherfucker. Take him outside. He called our fat head. He called us fat head.
Yeah, all right, that's better, y'all. Got y'all. Here we go. Yeah. What's up? What's up? Yeah, the untold truth, man. It's the untold truth, man. Yep, here y'all go.
Hey,
Here y'all go.
Y'all still go support House of Yum Yum?
Oh, just in case y'all want to read comments and stuff like that, you can probably use your phone to just jump on that bitch just in case you want to. But if not, I'll be reading them hoes anyway. So don't worry about that. What's up, y'all? Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yep, Longwood it is, big dog. Longwood it is. Fuck it. We ain't
You gotta bring it to the ghetto, you know what I'm saying?
like Longwood it is, man. Fuck it. Hey. All right. So, all y'all that's been watching and keeping in touch with the story that's been going on, these two females right here was accused of something wrong, bad, and we just want to get their side of the story, man. Want to make sure that, everybody got the correct story, you know what I'm talking about? Somebody said they're about to lie. Anyway, so on that day that incident had happened, man, what happened throughout that whole day? I'm talking about before that even happened, from the time y'all even linked up and shit like that. You got the floor.
Alright, I'm gonna be real. Me and Fudge had history, but we wasn't fucking with each other. He had just came home. He probably been home like a couple days, if a week. He hit us up. He came and brought slushies. And then the next day, my sister called him like, yeah, we out here, we kicking it. We about to turn up. What you trying to do? He definitely called and said, oh, what y'all into, what y'all got, what y'all selling, what y'all da-da-da-da. Of course, y'all know we got everything. One-stop shop. We linked up. We go get him. He said we gonna go to Floods, we gonna kick it, we gonna have a good time, nobody gonna be on no drama, none of that. So it wasn't no shit like we fucking around, we kicking it. It was all business. We pull up to the hotel, the Highlander. I see Will and Denise in the car. I walk up to the car, I'm like, what's up, Will? I was just saying, hey, what's up? I hadn't seen them, whatever. They get out the car. We'll walk up on my car, he aggressive, he on trash. I guess him and Fudge had some type of issue or whatever case may be. Denise get out the car. I haven't seen Denise in probably a couple months, 3 months or whatever. She said whatever she had to say to me. I said whatever I had to say to her. Her best friend was on the phone with my sister while this whole altercation was going on with Will and Fudge. Her best friend said, hey, what's up to Charmaine? They talking, da 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 da. Me and Denise going back and forth saying whatever. Denise stopped talking to me and turned around and said, that nigga Fudge don't want no beef. He's scared. Will kept asking him to put shoes on or some bullshit. Like, go put your shoes on. Fudge said he don't need shoes to fight him. Make a long story short, I didn't want Will and Fudge to get into it. So I told Fudge to get in the car. I'm like, Fudge, just get in the car. Get in the car. I'm going to take you home. Just get in the car. He get in the car. We pull off. We go to Big Bro house. Y'all know him as Mayhem, whatever the case may be. We pull there. We tell Mayhem the situation. My sister go use the bathroom or whatever the case may be. During this time, we come in the house and smoke with Mayhem. I leave my charger there. We leave.
We go back up to the Highlanders so Fudge can handle a situation with the girls that was up there.
A little issue popped off.
We handled that. We left there. She realized she didn't have her charger, so we called Mayhem like, bruh, she left her charger. She said, well, you gonna come get it or you want me to put it? She said, well, you could just put it up. Then she realized, oh shit, I can't play my music without my cord, so we was gonna go get it. When we pull up on the street, before we even get to the house good, the nigga Fudge slide down in the back seat and say, do not stop. That's Marmar and Denise, keep going. Originally, I'm like, damn, ain't no issue, but I know my sister and Marmar don't like each other, so I'm like, you right, I'm gonna keep going, we'll come back for it. We take Fudge and we go to drop him off. Whole time he in the back seat, he on the phone with somebody. We think he talking to his mother, but he like, yeah, ma, I'm cool, ma. I'm gonna be home in 5 minutes, ma. Yeah, ma, come home, da 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 da. Okay, we drop him off. He tell us, wait right here for 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go in the house, make sure my mother know I'm cool. She see my face. Everything gonna be cool, and then I'm gonna come back out here. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, I turn the car off, I wait, I'm rolling a blunt. He never came back out. Marmar and Denise pulled up. Marmar said something from the car like she was on the phone or something. She got out the car. She walked up to the window. She leaned in the window. She said, so this what we doing? We playing these games? And she swung on me. Yes, I stopped and I looked in the middle of rolling my blunt like, the fuck? I went to swing on her again. I threw the blunt out the window when I went to swing on her. She walked away. She walked to the other side of the car. Before my sister could get out the car, they was already fighting. So I got out the car. Denise was still standing there doing nothing. I walked around the car. Originally, I tried to pull Marmar out the car, but every time I try to pull her out, my sister pull her back in with her.
I'm fighting her and I'm reaching for the pistol at the same time while I'm working with her. We getting busy.
So wait, so where was the gun located when you guys were actually fighting? Cause y'all in the back seat at this time, right?
No, we in the front seat. I pulled her.
On the passenger
she
side.
walked over to the passenger side.
Okay.
To try to fight me, but it was near me, but it wasn't on my lap. It was like under by the seat or whatever. So the whole time I'm fighting her, I'm reaching for the hammer because I wanted to let that bitch go. I wanted to let that hoe have it.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me rewind before you continue. Let me rewind. So Fudge was with you when everything was going on.
Right.
So not one time was he away from the scene when this happened.
He was in the house. When he went in the house, Fudge never came back out. Fudge said that he came back out or got in the car with somebody else, Hooks or whatever, but I never seen no other car pull up on that street or nothing, because if that was the case, everybody would have seen Fudge leaving. You feel me? Like, because not long after he went in the house, Marmar and them pulled up. It didn't give him no time to get in the car with nobody without them seeing a car pulling off.
That's where we was all mixed up at. So look.
He had us all come to that house at the same time. He called her there and he knew we was
And
there
told her
because we
he
had
was
just
coming
dropped him
home,
off.
and he had us waiting out there for him to come back out, because originally he was trying to get a room to kick it.
So again, while me and her was fighting, it was on me. It was on my lap. It was near me or whatever the case may be. But we in the front seat fighting. The gun go off. It goes off one time. Me and her still fighting after the gun go off. She wasn't running away. It wasn't in her back. All these lies, all these accusations. No, it wasn't none of that. We didn't even know she was shot. We waited for her to run.
Blood, no nothing.
She ran to Fudge's house like, I'm about to go get my shit out the house. That's the only reason how she stopped even fighting. We was fighting. We was jumping her. A gun went off. She was still fighting. None of that. Nobody.
She got
never
out the
knew she
car,
was hit.
ran to the house, knocked on the door. Nobody ever opened. We waited right there because we wanted to see if Fudge was gonna come outside.
He never came outside.
So at what point? So at what point did the gun go off?
During
When
me
they
and
were
her,
fighting.
me and my sister was. I mean, me and Mercedes was fighting. That's when the gun went off. We were still fighting though. Like everybody saying we shot her from behind or she was running away and all that. No, me and her was fighting when the gun went off.
Okay, cause I'm just gonna say from my understanding, the gun went off when she was fighting you. From her words on her live, you yelled, "Charmaine, bust this hoe," and that's when the shots went off. She was still fighting after the shots went off. She didn't even know she was hit. She said she felt something hot on her ass, and boom, that's when she realized she was shot.
What she said was Charmaine was trying to kill her. She kept dumping. That's what she said. But it was never that. Me and her was fighting, and the gun went off. And she even said after that, I was still fighting Cushy. So in reality, you wasn't running away, or Charmaine wasn't standing over shooting you, or none of that shit you was saying. That's a lie. You were attacking me, and we were working, and the gun went off. It went off one time. They saying she got multiple shots. They saying all types of lies. No, those are lies. It only went off one time.
So, because people were saying if Will would have got his one-on-one with Fudge, then that altercation probably would have never happened in the first place, correct?
Facts.
But it didn't happen, which caused a whole different other commotion.
With me and Mormar. Because I was being nice. I gave Fudge a ride. I want him and Will to have an altercation. So because I gave him a ride home, I was attacked by his bitch who supposedly lived there. But when I took him home, I thought I was giving him a ride home. I didn't know that I was going to be attacked by Mormar.
We never knew that girl stayed there. We never knew that. Fudge told us he wasn't fucking with her. He said females wasn't even allowed at his mom's house because his mom said he need to focus on himself because he keep getting himself in trouble and shit.
He said,
so
I don't even fuck with
we didn't
nobody,
know
I'm
that
just
girl
focusing
stayed
on
there,
me.
so it's not like we sat over there or went over there looking for that girl because he wasn't worried about that girl.
We never fled those scenes. We never did
We
nothing.
sat
We
there
never
like she
knew
said, like
nobody
dummies.
was
We
shot.
sat there.
Even
But there
Denise
was no
said, I would have
blood
done
in
the
the
same
car.
thing.
So if she got shot in the car, there was no blood in the car. There was no bullet holes in the car. None of that.
She said the girl in the blue dress shot her because her sister was getting her ass beat, so she told her sister to shoot her.
I never was beat up though. Like I will say we was working in that car, but I never was beat up. Nobody, no, that ain't even how shit went.
They say, nigga, we literally saw the bullet holes.
Okay.
Well, so what they saying is the gun actually went off as they was fighting. So you reached for it at some point. You know, like, nigga, back up. First of all, she ran up on you. So if she caught you off guard, I mean, you really didn't have no type of movement.
We was working for a minute though. Like we was working. She got jumped, all kind of shit, tussling, all that. When the hammer went off, we still was working. Like period. Me and her still was fighting. And I never was getting dogged or beat up or none of that shit. I will say we was working though. Like we was fighting to the death of that bitch.
Okay.
Head, horns going off, everything. Like heads banging, all that shit. Like
So would you agree? Like, because, all right, now you said that you reached for the gun while, you know what I'm saying? So would you agree that, I mean, you basically shot her then, right? Would you say that?
I mean, I was trying to get her off me. Like, what the fuck? I couldn't get her out of my car. I'm jumping her. I'm trying to pull her out. She wouldn't get out the car. Yes, I defended myself. It is what it is. I defended myself.
You ain't give time because you grabbed the strap. She showed the whole, it was our wounds, like it was, one on each side.
It went out. It came through the other side, but nobody just stood over her like I'm about to
Nobody
down,
just
boom,
stood
boom, boom.
jumping
It was never
into
no
nothing.
shit like that. Like it didn't even go down like that. That's why I'm just so upset because I really was defending myself. I was attacked. I was attacked for no reason. Like I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Like
I don't know where they got their information from.
but that's what the fuck happened.
So because it was so many stories basically saying all type of different stuff. The gun, like you
They
say.
said I was there looking for her. They said I knew she stayed there. We came on drama. None of that shit happened. None of that. That's
So
not
what
true.
made so what point was it for Denise and Marmar to actually pull up at this time?
Fudge, I guess Fudge called her. And that's the point where I'm saying I was set up because you knew I was outside. You knew I was waiting on you. I just drove you to the house. You said you was going in the house.
And he said he was coming back. So that's what made you wait.
Yeah, he said his mother was calling because there was a video from the Highlander of somebody getting arrested and there was guns and stuff. Somebody sent that to somebody and he got it and he said he needed to go home and show his mother that he's safe and he's okay and he'd come back outside. He was trying to get a room to kick it.
He was never going to stay there.
And you say hey, nobody named Hooks or nobody pulled up.
No other cars pulled up at all.
But Marmar and them said he called her and said come to the house. So if you call her and said come to the house while you know I'm outside, you set me up. Like I don't care what nobody say.
You set that whole thing up. You went in the house and
told us to leave, or had you not had her come there while I was still there, why would you even have her come there while I was still there? That's stupid as fuck. But none of that would have happened had she not came there. Like we never would have fought or anything. Like,
but I mean, she still didn't have a reason to.
Yeah, like she just stole on motherfuckers.
Have she
bragged about it though? Have
she ever, before this situation, y'all got into it before where she was like, well, on site it's going down type shit, like emotion is going down?
I mean, me and Marmar, it's exactly like what she said. Like, our history go back, way back. We never had no real big issue. I just didn't fuck with her. But at a point in time, she was up under me. She kicked it with me, partied with me, did everything with me. Like, every nigga I done ever fucked with, Marmar done fucked with him right after me. Like, so it's a conflict of interest, but it was never that serious. Like, to the point where, oh, bitch, I'm trying to hurt you or harm you. Or nothing. I ain't give a fuck about her, and she ain't give a fuck about me. Like, we was living our life, period. Like, that's just what it was.
We ain't
but it was never that. It was never no serious like that.
Beefing,
like,
none of that. Like
nobody was beefing.
Last time I seen Marmar, we was dancing, kicking.
It's been months since we even had
I
words.
ain't get the reason why she stole on me. If you had beef with my sister, then you should have went to her side of the window like you did mine, and you should have took off on her. You should have never.
He started off. Fudge did not come outside to go pull off, and nobody. He was in that house.
No, he was in that house.
And because y'all watched him go in the house, y'all was right there in front of that house.
And that's what we waited for. We waited for him to open the door for Marmar. We watched Marmar run to that door, bang on it and everything. We didn't flee no sin or nothing because we really didn't think nobody was shot. Like
there was no blood in the
even
car.
Even after the gun went off, we all jumped when the gun went off. We all looked. There was no blood, no holes, no nothing. We was still working. Like a couple blows. About 3 or 4 blows was thrown after the shot went off. Then she got up and ran and like, I'm gonna get my shit out this nigga house. And we waited for him to open the door.
She said, on her life, she said he ran out the back door to come meet us on the next street. How did he come meet us on the next street when we was still sitting outside the fucking house? Then she said he called her and told her that he watched her bleed out in the grass from the window. So where was you really at, my nigga? Watch her bleed out in the grass.
It's like this story's so crazy to me, but at the end of the day,
and matched him blunts and sat over there and chilled with him for a minute and went back to the Highlander before we took him out.
So he left a lot of the story out. It's like a lot of niggas.
And he knew Marmar and them wasn't sitting at Denise's house because we rode past them outside of Jay's house talking to David
and he was
Adams.
ducking down.
And he was ducking down in the backseat hiding.
So where did the gun come from then? Like y'all just up a gun out the blue. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, to not be discussed. Okay, okay, you know what I'm saying? Cause shit, you know.
I would just say when I came outside, I said I had a lot of shit to sell. You know what I'm saying?
So he was basically trying to help y'all. He was trying to help you. Say he was.
Told us we were safe with him and nothing was gonna happen to us, and that's what we took it as.
Yeah, pretty much. He
We
said,
thought
y'all with
everything
me,
was gonna be cool.
ain't nothing gonna happen.
Fudge was supposed to be my
but
brother.
that wasn't true.
Right.
Fudge was supposed to be my brother. No matter what him and her got into, me and him ain't never fell out. Me and him we still talk, we still kicked it outside of her because we didn't have no issues. That didn't affect our relationship or whatever you want to call it. We've always been cool. So I didn't understand why you even put me in a situation like that in the first place. And you were supposed to be my brother.
There's a lot of fake
Trina said that he tried to use her fam as a alibi.
That's crazy.
Fudge was in that house. I don't care how nobody put it. No car ever.
Talk
Look,
about
he
DJ
didn't have
Hooks
enough
for the
time
man.
to
Ain't no
look.
DJ Hooks.
When
He
he
even
got
had
out the
shit to
car
do
to go
with
in the
it. Like,
house,
that shit dumb.
not even 3, 4, 5 seconds. It wasn't even a whole minute behind him getting out the car and going into the house before they pulled up. They pulled up right. It's like when they seen us ride down Big J house and they left right after they seen us. They pulled up right after we did, for real, for real.
They telling us he got it on camera. They telling us Fudge sending screenshots. He telling the story. How the fuck you telling the story
if you wasn't there? How you telling
anything? And it was only 4 of us. It should only be me, Marmar, Denise, and Charmaine. Should nobody else be able to tell this story? Shit sound crazy as fuck to me. It's just beyond
shit
me.
Getting mixed up
the
somewhere and all type of
like,
shit.
This shit is crazy.
So,
but like I said, Marmar and them pulled up right after we did, for real, for real. So
we was set up.
Ask them, did they see a car pulling off the street from his house when they was pulling up? Because I clearly didn't see one.
Hell no, it was just us on that street.
Ain't nobody ever pull up on that street after we did, but Denise and Marmar.
I want to ask this question. Now, I've been seeing Savage. I've seen, Fudge call himself Savage.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
now
I gave that name, so I own title rights to that name.
Okay, you made that name. So, but I heard Yum Yum come from David, right?
Yeah, Yum
so,
Yum sauce, 'cause it's the sauce.
Okay, Yum Yum sauce comes from another man, but you gave another man a name, so you use it too.
But see, he didn't just give me, like, you know how people say awesome sauce, you know what I'm saying? He used to say Yum Yum, like, I got the sauce, you know what I'm saying? It's too much sauce. I add everybody's name. I named everybody, like, all these people we talking about, Denise, Will, Mr. Fuckum and Duckum, Fudge the Savage, Mayhem, OG, Daddy Shark.
When you do stuff like that,
that's what I do. I give everybody their name. This means get busy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but look, when you do stuff like that, do you actually try to cause attention to yourself when you do that? Just know, I mean, I'm just asking because, I mean, we all know where Savage come from. So if you, First Lady Savage means you're the first lady of the person who actually has the name, which would be him. So do you try to cause attention?
I'm the First Lady Savage short because I named, it was, well, originally it was their group, but I'm the first, like, I'm the originator, like, it's only a couple original shorts. It's only that name, like, period.
So you take it around with it.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty much.
I know because some may think like you trying to be funny because I know.
Maybe I am, but I don't give a fuck because I made the name. You can't talk to me about something I made. You can't talk to me about a nigga that was mine first. You can't talk to me about a nigga that branded my name. Like, I don't give a fuck how you feel. It is what it is. Like,
is there anybody, as far as, because I know you guys been reading comments and seeing a lot of people talking and stuff, is there anybody of some sort that you want to actually address right now at this point in time? Like, you could put it all out there right now.
I just don't like the way Fudge turned up on me, and at the end of the day, that whole night, I understand we wasn't fucking around or none of that. We looked out for you that whole night. That's some foul ass shit. I don't respect that shit. I'm on responsibility for my shit, you know, with Marmar. It was never supposed to be that serious or go that far. And that's just it. I love my kids, you know what I'm saying? I love my wife, my best friend, you know, my fave. It is what it is, my sister. Like, and all I got is my family, like, period. And fuck y'all niggas, because y'all been kicking my back in, pretty much. And that's
all it's been. I just feel like they was praising her.
I'm done.
I understand she didn't deserve to get shot, whatever the case may be.
I'm done.
But nobody deserved any of that. Everything really lies back on Fudge because he set that shit up. I don't give a fuck how you put it. He set that shit up.
And the only reason why I feel like that would be a case because just knowing that this is a spot where you and your so-called girlfriend actually laid your head at, why would you call some people that don't get along with, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, maybe that, but, you know, in all reality, he did say he owned up. He shouldn't have never been with y'all, but then again, he said that he hopped in the car with another nigga.
And that's not true.
He was with us all day.
Before I let them go, now, I ain't been reading the comments. I've been reading a little bit. I ain't really been paying attention to it. Do anybody have any questions that you guys want to ask? Some real live questions right now while we sitting here. I'm going to give y'all at least 5 to 6, 7 minutes, and then we going to go ahead and wrap the show up. You know what I'm talking about? And then I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all do. Somebody say, so who shot her? The one in the dress?
No.
I'm going to say liquor. The one in the blue looked blue out. Nah, I ain't, man, come on, man. Come on, some questions, man. Questions, man. Y'all niggas just...
Hating ass motherfucker.
You know y'all.
Yeah.
With, so why should we believe you now?
No, nobody never lied. Nobody ever asked us. Nobody cared to ask us our side of the story or anything. everybody just automatically took her side and ran with what the fuck was said. Nobody came to us.
Will grew up, said how many times he asked that whole ass nigga to work with him?
A lot.
About three or four times.
A lot.
He
A
want-
lot. No cap. A lot.
He ain't want no smoke. He ain't want
He
no
told her
smoke.
put some shoes on so he don't slide and fall. And shit, he said he ain't need no shoes. He asked him a lot of times. He even stopped our car and was trying to get the nigga out the car. Like, he definitely was trying to, but we wasn't even trying to be on that shit. We was trying to get him the fuck out of there so don't no bullshit happen. We wasn't on no bullshit.
How the gun just go off?
Because we was fighting.
They were
it was
fighting.
an altercation.
They said, why y'all jump her?
Well, why she hit us?
Why she ain't get out the car?
Why she ain't give
why
us
she
the
put up on
opportunity to
us?
stand
Like,
10 toes down if that's what she wanted to do? Why she ain't give us an opportunity to
Why we
square
couldn't
up
work with
and
her?
have a fair fight?
Yeah, put the fair ones in. Y'all asking us.
Y'all
all these
a-
questions.
right.
We were under attack. Like, when you under
McQuan-
attack, what you do?
McQuan said, so was somebody losing before the gun went off? I need answers.
No,
No.
we was just working.
They was just working. Like, nobody was
She's
getting
still
beat up.
alive, brother. She came home that same day.
Nobody shot her in her head.
But
Nobody dumped on her.
Nobody
none
was
of that.
nobody
The
was
gun
trying
went
to
off
kill
on
that
this
girl.
fight. She got
Period.
shot in her ass.
I didn't have no issue with the girl. I had an issue at the fact that I got stolen on for what? Because we didn't have no issues. So that was unclear to me.
Yes, y'all did. He said, yes, y'all did. Y'all said that nobody shot her. So remember y'all lies, then tell the truth.
Nobody ever said that because clearly she got shot. Clearly the gun.
Somebody
was
said,
off.
why y'all let him play y'all?
I thought he was my brother. Like
I
never
mean,
had
y'all
an
was
issue.
under the impression that he was helping.
I was under the impression that we was about to go get some money and it is what it is. Like I was under the impression that he was my brother and he said he wasn't gonna let nothing happen. So
Man, that whole night
I
was
ran
an
with him.
ambush. Fudge had drama everywhere we went.
So y'all can't fight, y'all some shooters.
No, I definitely fight.
She got shot. Yes, we believe her. So wait, y'all just sell pussy and some shit went wrong or something?
I ain't never
No,
sold
they
pussy.
sell pussy, not us.
I ain't never sold pussy. I don't
Where's
care.
Charmaine new baby at?
What?
They tripping. All right, we gonna end this. We gonna.
Hey, what the fuck? I wasted
shit.
10 minutes of my life that I can't get back on this Perry Sprinter
Perry Sprinter.
bullshit.
I'm done.
How it go off behind her?
Because it was around and we were fighting. Like, there's ways for a gun to go off while you working with somebody.
If
you know
I'm
what saying?
okay,
if you got a
put it
hammer
like
on
this,
you and
if
it's
I'm
around you and you
standing,
fighting.
if I'm standing behind her and they're actually in the car, in the seat, and Marmar's on top of her, if just say if I shoot from behind, it's not gonna go in the side of her. It's gonna go in the back of her. It's not gonna come from the side.
Right, because somebody just said
So
the
somebody
one in the blue
explain
dress
that to me.
did it, and
No,
she's
I
scared as fuck. Now, y'all,
not.
she said y'all was wrong to have that nigga with y'all all day, didn't want to drop him off.
He asked to be dropped off.
It was altercation.
It was
So-
drama
so-
everywhere
keep
we
dealing
took him,
with that.
we
Like,
So y'all
trying
dropped
to
him off
get
at
out.
nighttime,
yeah.
and y'all was with him all day before that.
No, we wasn't with him all day. We picked him up that night. It was dark outside when we picked him up. We picked that nigga up at like 11.
Say, so your finger wasn't on the trigger.
No.
Do y'all have kids?
Yep. I got 5 of them.
So she got shot in the car.
Yep,
They were
while we
in the car fighting
inside my car.
when the gun went off. I was standing outside the car at one side of the door, and Denise was standing at the other side of the door.
It went off
So if I was the one that did it, why it wasn't in the back of her somewhere? Why was it on the side? How could I get to her from the side if they're in the car on the seat fighting? I'm not in the car with them, and I'm not nowhere arranged to even be able to do that.
If the gun was in the car, put up, how it go off and she gets shot in the ass and thighs?
Who said it was put up?
So it wasn't put
She
up.
was
It was
reaching
just.
for it and grabbing at it.
So it was
when
in.
they were fighting.
So it was in view.
was in reach,
Okay,
yeah.
it was in reach. That's
And she
what
was
they're
trying
saying.
to get it while they were fighting.
Okay,
It
again,
went
how she get shot in her ass if the gun was on your lap, and how the gun get on your lap when you said it was behind you at first?
I never said it was behind me. I said when we started fighting, I started reaching. We kept fighting. I said the gun went off. Everybody stopped. We jumped, like, you know, a reaction. Everybody look, we ain't see no blood, no bullet holes,
Damn,
no
these too many.
nothing. We kept fighting. About 3 or 4 more blows were exchanged. Then she go get my shit out this nigga's house. There was no like, oh, stopping, oh, I'm hurt, I'm going down, y'all shot me. Even after she ran to the house, we still sat there. She said
Waiting
that
to see
clearly
if
in
Fudge
her
was
video.
gonna open the
Nobody
door.
fled the scene or nothing. We didn't even know this girl was hurt until later on when detectives started calling my house. Like, period. Like,
And
nobody-
Fudge was blowing
So
our
have
phone
anybody?
that
So
whole
nobody
night.
talked to a detective yet.
I called them.
I
but
called
they
them.
was
They
closed on-
wasn't in.
They was
They
closed
told us
for the
to call
holiday.
back
They told y'all to call back for the holiday, huh?
after the holiday.
What
yeah.
in the
But
fuck?
I
going-
wasn't aware I had warrants or anything like
I
that. Like,
wasn't aware that there was a.
Now that I see this, Fudge has some type of screenshots, I guess, between y'all messengers and stuff, like as if y'all wasn't even talking at some point, like y'all wasn't really talking or some shit.
no, we're not talking. I keep telling people we weren't together. None of that shit. He had just came home. I'm not even gonna say we was cool. We'll say we was cordial.
He came around because of me.
But
But he was supposed to be my brother.
He was looking
We
out for
were
Charmaine.
supposed to
Charmaine
be
was going through some
kicking
shit. He was looking out. But I definitely had a couple conversations with him, and he never told me he had a girlfriend. Mama
told
was
us
living
that-
with him. He
yeah, he
said,
told
I'm
us
getting
he was
myself
single.
together. I'm not really focusing on no females. Me and him know the history we had. Shit wasn't really, that shit was a headache and shit like that. So we was just going to keep it like we good. We cordial. We wasn't fucking around or none of that. Like,
How you
literally, I literally feel like an Uber that got in some bullshit.
How you reaching if you throwing punches?
Cause I was reaching and throwing punches and shit. I was doing a lot.
So one hand reaching, one hand just throwing.
Man, I was doing a
You was
lot.
doing it all. They say you was kicking and all type of shit.
I was kicking, I
She was.
kicked that hoe in her head. I did all kind of shit. The bitch would never get out the car. After the gun went off, she still didn't get out the car. I was fighting. She wouldn't get out the car. It's just like whatever the fuck. Like, that's how it went. Period.
She say my little sis is 21. Y'all old hoes mad.
I ain't old.
If we mad, why the fuck was we
I have
for
an
us?
issue with her until after
Like,
she swung on me.
Y'all
We was
sound
just
funny
cool.
as fuck. Like, nobody was checking for her. Nobody gives a fuck.
Somebody said y'all cool if he in your car. She say they was snorting together.
I don't snort coke. I ain't never did coke either. Like, hoes be hollering. Man.
Why would y'all even drop a nigga off and you not cool with his bitch? Everybody know he fuck with her.
Nobody knew she stayed there.
Everybody knew he fuck with me too. Again, my name is on this nigga. Like, y'all saying this because what? What the fuck do that mean? He got cushy baby
We
tatted
didn't
on
know.
him.
No,
So
no,
what
that
what
shit
do mean?
irrelevant.
The
It's
fuck?
irrelevant. At the end of the day, nobody knew that girl stayed there. Nobody expected that girl to pull up. But him.
And this is his mom's house. Like, wouldn't nobody bring no bullshit to their mom's house? Like, especially a nigga you fuck with or not cool with or whatever. Like,
I
that's
call you my
disrespectful
brother.
as
I ain't
fuck. Who
even
brings
call like
drama
that.
to their mama house? If I'm bring drama, I'm gonna bring drama to
You
you.
brought the shit to your
I don't,
own
I don't
mama
do
house
that
'cause
shit.
you did that
I don't
shit.
disrespect
You
people's
set that shit the
homes
fuck up.
for their kids. Like,
And all he did on his whole life was lie. You
So who
lied,
was
lied,
all in the
lied.
area? Who was all there? Like
Nobody but me, her, Denise, and Marmar. Nobody.
oh,
Nobody was outside.
and
There was nobody outside. but
Nobody
us four.
did nothing. Okay, so Denise didn't. So everybody didn't see. Couldn't. If it was more than one person there, couldn't nobody miss a motherfucker pulling up and him getting in the car?
Hell no.
And ain't nobody see him leave. Type
Hell
shit.
no. You can't miss it because I'm telling you,
We
he
was
didn't even
all
get in the
there.
house for it. Wasn't even a minute went by, a whole minute before they pulled up right after we did. I'm trying to tell you.
They say that Fudge watched her bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
That's
was in
what
the
she said.
house.
That's what she said
That's
on
what
the
she
live.
said on her live. She said he told her that he watched her bleed out in the grass from the window. But that's your bitch. How could that ever be your bitch? And you didn't help her.
Okay. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Easy, man.
Retarded
All
as
right.
fuck.
Well, let me. What you got something to say still, Charmaine? Come on.
Oh, fuck that shit. I'm over it. I said what the fuck I had to say. I ain't do shit. If I'm standing behind her, ain't no way it's going in her side and not her back. So it's irrelevant to me. I have nothing to prove to nobody
Let me
but
see.
the police.
Let me see what's
But you was
going on.
fucking me. So it is.
Let's see what's going on.
I've been waiting for the longest for you to add me. Let me get the fuck away from these kids. These hoes are lying. My sister was beating them the fuck up and the bitch shot her in the back. Stop lying. Where y'all hoes at right now?
She said shot her in the back.
What? First my sister. Listen, let me tell y'all are where? Y'all where? Cause y'all old, y'all hoes old. My little sister is 21 years old. Ain't y'all hoes in y'all 30s?
Did y'all see the same
Ain't y'all hoes in y'all 30s?
Hey,
Ain't y'all hoes in y'all 30s?